Hi there, I'm Sarah K. Brandis of sarahkbrandis.com, small business marketing made simple for life coaches and authors. And today, in episode 8 of Solopreneurship Made Simple, I'm going to talk about those all-elusive blog post ideas, how I come up with my content, where the ideas come from, how I get them down onto paper and published fast before they evaporate like the sands of time. I know from, not so much from my author clients because they're writers, but definitely from my life coaching clients. And I'd say about 80 to 85% of my clients are life coaches rather than authors. They really struggle with coming up with relevant content for their blog post. And we all know that content is king. Like it's super important for positioning your website from an SEO point of view, for establishing your authority in your niche. It's important to give you fresh and original content of your own to disseminate and put out on your different social media channels. It's absolutely essential. I mean, it's, the great quality stuff that you put in your newsletters. That's also your written content that you're coming up with as well. We know that it's so important for our small business, especially for those of us who are really lean solopreneur businesses who don't have the budget for paid advertising, so we are relying on content marketing. With all of that said, it's no wonder that we feel this immense pressure when it comes to writing our blog content, and that's why so many of us think about blogging, maybe even sit down, look at a blank Word document, see the blinking cursor, and our monkey mind just kind of goes, I can't do it. And so we procrastinate. We'll go and walk the dog, clean the house, do the dishes, whatever, anything just to not be in that uncomfortable moment of what on earth do I write about? So I'm going to tell you how I do it. And there's a really silly analogy for this that I share with my clients, and I might scare you off. You might think I'm completely mad, but there's an episode of Family Guy where they do one of Peter Griffin's random cutaways. And in this random cutaway, he's got a strange job. He's being the jumping off point guy for Robin Williams. So Robin Williams is known for doing hilarious off the cuff jokes. And Peter's the jumping off point guy. So he'll say something to Robin Williams to provide him with a jumping off point for Robin Williams to then go on a crazy ramble about. And that's kind of how my brain works when I'm thinking of content ideas. So I'll get a jumping off point and then I'll go on a mad ramble with it. And it's good that I go on a mad ramble with it. Stay with me here. The problem that I bet you've got, because so many of my clients have, is that they get an idea and they instantly judge it and shut it down. They say, no, that's been done before, or it's not good enough, or no one will care. And they talk themselves out of it. And then they get stressed. They're like, oh, that was no good. I need to come up with something better. And they start trying too hard and thinking and racking their brains. And the minute you start to try too hard, that's when you scare away the creativity. So I want you to be silly. I want you to be like Peter Griffin in his random cutaway with Robin Williams. I want you to relax, okay? Do it with me. Deep breath. Relax, okay? You've got to let the ideas come to you. And you've got to not chase them away with a big stick when they do arrive, okay? You've got to honour them for what they are. So, and they will start as small, seemingly silly, random things. You've got to sit with them and tease the detail out of them. So let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say we're doing a life coaching blog, because so many of my clients are life coaches. So I did this with one of my clients actually. I asked her to look out of the window and tell me what the weather was doing. And she said it's a bit grey and it looks like some bad weather's coming in. So I said, okay, great. What does that make you think about? And she said that actually it made her think about a song about stormy weather. So I said, great, jot that down. Don't lose that thread. Don't judge it either. Just let it happen. Just think about the lyrics, think about the lesson in there, and then how could you apply that to your coaching clients? And as I got her to think about it, we thought about how there's, the sort of the attitude that you have when it's raining, how there's this concept of blue sky thinking, and when the sky is blue and clear and the clouds are fluffy and it's sunny, everyone's in a better mood, and there's this idea that blue sky thinking means that you can see more possibilities and you have more positivity. And I thought that's a great psychological concept for a life coach to be writing about, because it's so true. External forces like the weather totally affect our internal feelings. And, we can let that happen. We can be passive in that action, or we can say, hang on, wait, it might be stormy, but what if I want to choose to be happy and positive today? Isn't that an absolutely perfect topic for a life coach? And where did that come from? The jumping off point was looking out the window. Look out the window and tell me what you see. That's where it came from, nice and simple. So I hope that makes my point clear, that it's about taking the slightest, most fleeting idea and just sitting with it, not judging it, but tweaking out bits of detail and what does that remind you of and what does that make you think of and how can you relate that to the human psyche. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm not going to go on and labour this point too much because, again, it's, sort of like, let's not labour the process of making a blog idea. Let's just take something light and fluffy. And when I'm writing about marketing, it can be the strangest thing that inspires me. One time it was my cats. I was looking at my cat and I thought, wow, I've got this habit of not waiting for him to come to me, but I'll go to him and pet him just because he's so cute. And I thought, wow, isn't that really like attraction marketing when you get your leads to come to you rather than you going out and cold calling and door knocking? And basically, yeah, he'd got me doing all the work, even though he was the one getting the payoff. He was getting petted. So yeah, it's the simplest little things. If you let your brain be creative with it, then all these sort of parallels and comparisons will come to you, and it gives you something fresh to write about. And on that note, if it's not so fresh, if you think it's something that 50 million people have written about before, just bear in mind that nobody's heard you write about it before. We've all got our own spin, our own voice, our own take on things, and we've all got our own audiences as well. And just because you've seen lots of blog posts on one particular thing, couldn't think of an example there, but I was trying too hard, see. But just because you've read 50 different blog posts on one thing doesn't mean that your audience has as well. And even if they have, they've not read your unique spin on that. So don't judge it. Don't put yourself off from doing things that interest you and writing about topics you want to write about. It might even be a good thing that 50 people are writing about it right now, because it might make it a trending topic. So sometimes it's okay to jump on a trend as well. If it's a popular thing, if it's hashtag mental health week and everyone's talking about mental health week, great. Get on that and share it on social media with the tag mental health week. Absolutely perfect for life coaches. And just write your thing about it your way. And again, it doesn't have to be a big production either. It can be a short 300 to 500 word article. It doesn't have to be long. And you know what? Don't beat yourself up for writing something short, because people are lazy readers these days, particularly on social media. If someone's coming to your blog via Facebook, just remember where they came from. They were scrolling on Facebook before they clicked through to your blog post. They're not in the frame of mind necessarily for reading 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 words. They probably just want a quick read. So it's fine to keep your blog posts short, and it's really helpful to chunk them with subtitles or with tips like 1, 2, 3. That really helps people to make it a quick skim read. You'll probably get more people reading your content to the end that way. So yeah, don't judge it for being a common idea. Don't judge it for being too short a blog post. Don't judge it for being a random idea that's not relevant. Perhaps there is some relevance there, but you just have to tweak out the detail and think about how you can apply it to your niche. So I hope that helps. If at the time of listening or watching you are before the 9th of April 2018, then have a look in the show notes, which is below on YouTube or on my website if you're listening on iTunes, because I have a challenge. It's called the Blog Bigger Challenge, and it's for 2 weeks starting from the 9th of April. I've got 3 more video lessons where I'll go more technical into the details of blogging. I'm going to get you blogging. That's the idea. So there's a Facebook group you can come and join for support. So if you want to do it live, it's free, of course. So just hop in and join me. It'll be lots of fun. You'll learn lots, and I will get you actually blogging. So it won't just be this thing that I'll do it next week. Oh, I'll do it next month. You will start blogging with me. You will. If you're watching this later after the challenge is finished, the replay will still be available, so you can still get the training videos. Just follow the link. Same link will take you to where you need to go. I hope it helps you, and happy writing. I will see you next time. Bye for now.